later. It's his.
What is this, man?
Anyway, we are back for a discussion video of discussion. And as far as DJ knows, we're just talking about one subject, but no, this is a two-parter. I didn't even tell him. He's all excited now. He's like, "Oh, what's the other part?"
Is it about Justin's terrible snap stories that don't make sense?
I don't know. I don't have Justin on Snapchat.
You should, because you should. Like, I think everyone should add Justin on Snapchat and just troll his Snapchat stories, because they are possibly some of the worst things I've ever seen.
That has nothing to do with this video at all. But first of all, we wanted to come on and talk a little bit about a big topic that's been going on the past couple weeks now, about 2 weeks, a little bit more than that if you know. Anyway, Samoa Joe. A lot of people say that he is a liability. He's hurting people. He's botching. A lot of these people are WWE fans that never watches TNA stuff. I'm just saying. But I was seriously thinking and looking around. I don't really remember him, and there may have been others in TNA, but I don't really remember hearing of him hurting anybody, in TNA the entire time he was there. I mean, obviously, people get hurt in matches anyway. But I before the Tyson Kidd thing, and before the Seth Rollins things, which honestly I don't even think the Seth Rollins thing was his fault. I don't think it was. I think it was just it could have been just the way that Rollins' knee buckled the wrong way. Not necessarily either of their faults. Just
hey, no one blamed Kane when he did the sunset flip. I'm just saying, no one blamed Kane.
I mean, we blame Rollins for trying that, because why would you do that? Why would you do that? But I was seriously I just think it's not fair to Joe. He's not necessarily new there, because he's been there in a while in NXT. I should invite him on here. But I don't know. What do you have any thoughts on Joe? And
I mean, they only draw attention to this when it's someone who's like a big star or something that does it, because people get hurt in matches all the time. If Steve Cutler hurt someone, no one would bat an eye because it's Steve Cutler. It's just if someone big hurts somebody, literally. But I just feel like, I think it's less about the wrestler and more about the work rate. Because a lot of the guys who end up getting injured in WWE, we've seen, especially recently, have been the indie guys who probably aren't really used to that schedule yet. Balor recently got, obviously we know about the Balor injury, but he's been traveling in NXT, but I don't think they work as nearly as much as Raw does on a weekly basis, or SmackDown does on a weekly basis. And I think that has a lot to do with it. And when Seth Rollins got hurt, he had been on the main roster for a couple of years, but still, that's still something to get acclimated to. Especially when you're a singles guy. This is his first time as a singles guy, so all the pressure's on him. He's doing everything. He can't just go into a tag team and be like, I'm a tag team now, and half the load be on Reigns and half the load be on him. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a workload thing, in my opinion.
I mean, I could see that, but I don't think necessarily. I don't think the injuries that happened to Balor and Rollins, the original, I don't know if they were really work related, like how much they're working. I think it was just obviously with Rollins, it was just how his knee buckled the wrong way when he was doing a stupid move. He shouldn't have been trying to pick up that man. And then Balor, it just happened to be how his shoulder. I mean, Granted, it wasn't necessarily Seth's fault. I'll admit it, but I'm still going to blame him somehow because
But
he might watch this.
but I think because when you tear your knee apart like Seth Rollins did, it's kind of a not necessarily a reoccurring injury, but it's one of those things where over time it takes its toll, and
Yeah,
eventually it happens.
I think if you initially get that big injury in WWE, it's going to be harder for it to first of all get back to 100%, and then after that, it's going to be susceptible to kind of getting injured again, which kind of sucks. Whereas, like you said, with the indie guys, unless you're a big indie star and you're getting booked on, New Japan and then PWG and then, Ring of Honor and whatever, and, tons, and not many are, not many guys are booked like that, like the Young Bucks are. So, you're not working as much, which unfortunately then you're not getting paid as much, but whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I don't necessarily think people should be blaming Joe as much as they do, just because he's from the Indies and he's not a WWE guy. I mean, I don't know, but
No, let's be honest with Joe. It's because he came from TNA, and then TNA sucks because I watched it 5 years ago, and it was real bad back then. That one episode I watched, it was terrible. It was just the worst thing I'd ever seen, and it's got to be like that today. That's how it works. If that was the case, then we'd still be watching the same product we watched in the Attitude Era. We're not. I got you guys, just in case y'all didn't know.
anyway, and then I love Tyson Kidd. I do. I wish he was back. I wish he was wrestling on a weekly basis. But you have to admit, any WWE fan has to admit, even before the muscle buster that may have ended his career, how often was he on TV? How often was
it
he
injured
an injury?
That
man.
You're right, though.
That man was Captain Injury. I think they were changing to Captain Injury.
Yeah, you're right about that because he was injured. Like when he wasn't on TV, he was injured. Like literally, that's not even a joke. Like that's not even a joke. He was literally injured anytime he wasn't on TV, more than likely. Yeah, like I definitely like I think like you can't put all the blame on Joe because Tyson Kidd and injuries they tight, bro. They tight. They friends.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of wanted to sort of come on and be a TNA fan and support the TNA guys, and they're not that.
What? You supporting the? No, you can't do that.
Except for Pepper Parks. If he is anybody, it's all his fault.
You can't do that. They're still the same product they were in 2012 when Hulk Hogan was there. And, Dixie Carter, she's still running it underneath the table. She's still running it because, it's still the same product and stuff.
You know what? This is a good segue into our next part of our discussion. We found out recently, I don't know, I'm trying to see when this was actually announced. I think February 8th it was
announced before today. So.
No, it was before today, but this is posted for today. But whatever. Breaking news. Impact Wrestling enters a working agreement with Pro Wrestling Noah, which I think is kind of cool, depending how, I've looked around at different articles. I haven't really seen anything specific on what their working relationship is going to be. I mean, are they just going to kind of swap, wrestlers in and out? Are they going to do interpromotional shows? Is Impact going to go over to Japan for some shows? I'm more curious how it's going to go. I mean, obviously we've seen TNA. Now Impact Wrestling, whatever. We've seen them do shows with, I think they used to do stuff with AAA. or CMLL, one of the two. They used to do with a couple other
I know. Wrestle One was probably the most recent, and I didn't
yeah.
think the Wrestle One stuff was really that bad.
Yeah, I didn't think it was. I like the guys that they brought in. And
Sonata, oh boy, that guy, love that guy.
and anytime they've done interpromotional or like international work with other promotions, it's been good. That's one thing that TNA's they've always booked it well. You've always kind of learned about new wrestlers if you didn't necessarily know. So I'm just kind of curious how it's gonna work. Like I said, because I haven't seen anything specific on how it's gonna work. But did you have any thoughts on that, or did you see anything about it at all?
Yeah, I did see something about it. I thought it was pretty cool. Because I think Pro Wrestling Noah, I don't think it's like the biggest company, but I knew what it was, which was pretty cool. Um, and I think TNA does a good job with their partnerships with these companies. Trevor Lee, who was with GFW at the time, was actually signed by TNA, and like we know how good he is. And it kind of showed Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers, whatever. Is it Brian Myers or Brian Lee? Brian Myers, right? Yeah, not
Yeah.
Brian Lee, Trevor Lee. Anyway, Brian Myers in a different light. But like, because I feel like Brian Myers. I'm not calling him Kurt Hawkins because it's shameful what that. Anyway, um, Brian Myers, I feel like it made him look like relevant again to me. Because like in WWE, like
But he back in WWE now.
he back, he there, he there, he on that JTG contract. Like I'm excited though. I want to see what they're gonna do with it. Are they gonna do a hostile takeover? I also heard. I don't know if you heard it. That and speaking of hostile takeovers, I heard that Jeff Jarrett's back in charge in some form or fashion now too.
I saw that.
Um,
That kind of got me curious too, because does that mean that he's not gonna do GFW anymore? Because it's
where GFW did win though? Like they have a TV tapings. I ain't seen him on one TV yet, not one, except for that commercial I saw. That was on the internet. That's because I had my computer plugged up to my TV.
well,
So
I mean, it's the same thing. If you watch 205 Live, Morrow, he always says it's the most exciting hour on TV that isn't on TV. I don't think he knows what TV is.
that's a new concept, TV. So it's for the young cats. I heard. I heard for the
Okay, yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely excited. Yeah, let's face it, Impact can do anything, and people are still going to be like, "It's terrible."
Yeah, I bet you. I bet you. Like as soon as people heard about this, they were like, "Oh God, another Japanese promotion working with TNA or something dumb." Before you even give it a chance, they're like, "Oh God, oh no."
Another Japanese promotion worked with TNA. You mean all the other ones that were really good that worked with TNA?
They were probably like, "Oh God, Dixie Carter's behind this."
It's not Dixie Carter. I don't know. Stop hating on Dixie. Just stop. God. Oh.
She don't have to take this, but she does.
She's not even with the company anymore. She's still got to take it. I don't know. I think she is still technically with the company somehow. I don't know.
Yeah, she got like 5% or something like that.
Yeah.
She hanging on. Staying alive. She gonna get that majority stake back, and then people gonna be like, "Oh God, Dixie Carter back again." Dang on it.
I mean, it can't get worse than an owl.
Yeah.
It's an owl.
Yeah. Owl Championship Wrestling.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I love me some OC Dub. OC Dub. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much what we wanted to come on to talk about. We should be getting out the weekly review Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I
Tomorrow.
think. Yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know Casey hasn't watched anything, so.
I mean, no, I
He
watched.
watched that one segment on SmackDown so he could send that that meme out. That was about it.
It was the greatest thing ever. Tickle butt. But anyway, we're gonna have that out, and then next week it's gonna happen. We are gonna not get Emelina.
You know?
I know. We
Did they say next week?
yeah, they did.
Oh no,
Yep.
it's gonna be like coming soon again. Like they're just gonna restart it like they never did it before.
Anyway, as usual, like the video, share the video, leave your comments on TNA, WWE, Pro Wrestling Noah, and anything Samoa Joe, the other Joe who was Samoan that we don't like, but Vince likes. Tickle Butt. Leave a comment about Tickle Butt. Because it's a good game. It really is. It's picking up again. AJ he got the interest back in Tickle Butt, and I'm excited.
I heard Justin started that game.
He did. With the boys in his bed. Anyway, follow us on Twitter at ICW_podcast. Subscribe to the channel, and we will see you on the flippity dippity. Keep the tickle butt strong. You tickle with the butt, and then you tickle it, and then there's different ways to tickle the butt. You can tickle the butt like this. You can tickle the butt like this. I mean, you can do a little bit of a side tickle butt. Maybe like a little like coming over the tickle butt.